Hello, Year 2. Good morning or good afternoon. I've got first question is what is the time? What's the time in your house at the moment? Can you find out? Can you look at your watch if you're wearing one? Can you look at a clock on the wall? Maybe it's on the TV. Loads of places. So what is the time? Now, when you found out the time, I would like you to use either a cutout clock, and I've linked them on your lesson today, so you can cut out and make yourself a clock, or you can use the interactive one. So there's a website which has the clock on it. And the first challenge is to make the time 3 o'clock. So I'd like you to make the time 3 o'clock, and then I'd like you to find someone else in your house and ask them to make the time 3 o'clock. Then I'd like you to compare. Check, did you do the same things or different things? Were the hands in the same places or in different places? So here's mine. I've made the time 3 o'clock. And hopefully yours looked similar to mine. So my long hand, which is my minute hand, is up at the 12, right at the top, and this is where we say o'clock. And my hour hand, my shorter hand, is pointing to the 3. So it is 3 o'clock. Okay, so I've got my little teaching clock here to help me out, but it'd be really good if you had one today as well, so you can move the hands around and really find out about what you are doing. Okay, let's share our task today. So after you've had a go at making your 3 o'clock, we're going to move on to our in focus task. Now I know some of us are not at school at the moment, but if we were, I want you to think about this. What time do we finish school? It tells us on this clock here, but how do we read this time? What does this time say? Well, I think both kind of pointing towards the 3. I wonder what you think. Now I've got a helpful little thing down here. Look, says Hannah, the minute hand has moved a quarter of the way around the face. Is this helpful? And I've even got a shape here to show us. Look at that. It's 1 quarter, and that's just where our red hand there is pointing to our minutes end. So that is 1 quarter of the way. Is that helpful? Can you use that to say a sentence about what time it is? Okay, let's look then, let's learn. Our clock shows that our minute hand has moved 1 quarter of the way. Now our blue hour hand here, our smaller hand, has also moved past the 3. So I'm going to just put those 2 bits of information together, and I'm going to say our minute hand has moved a quarter and our hour hand has moved past 3. Quarter past 3. That's how we say it. If you look at the hour hand again, it has moved 1 quarter of the way to their next destination. So that our hand is going from 3 to 4, and it has moved 1 out of 4 equal parts towards 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's moved a quarter of the way past 3, and the minute hand has moved a quarter of the way around the whole clock. Quarter past 3. Now there are other ways we can say this as well. I can say the time is quarter past 3. I can also say it is 15 minutes after 3 o'clock. But how did I know it was 15 minutes? Well, if the 3 represents 15 minutes, what must each number be worth? I'm just going to go back to my little clock here. I think this will help me a little bit more. So at the moment, my time says 3 o'clock. And my minute hand is going to move a quarter of the way round the clock. 1 quarter, 2 quarters, 3 quarters, 4 quarters, or 1 whole hour. So if it's moved 1 quarter and it's moved through 3 numbers, let's just do that again. 1, 2, 3. We say it's 3:15. Can you divide 15 by 3? I bet you can. I bet you can remember. 15 split into 3 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15. Oh, it's 5. 5, 10, 15. Brilliant. Let's have a look then. 5, 10, 15. So when we move our minute hand to each number on a clock, it's worth 5 minutes. Okay, and that's why we say it is 3:15. So there's 2 ways to tell that time. I can say 5, 10, 15, 3:15. And when we say it like that, we must say the hour first when we're using our digital clock. So 3:15, or I can say it's 3:15, or I could say it's 15 minutes past 3. There are different ways of saying the time. Okay, let's go back to my whiteboard to help us out. So here are 3 ways of saying this time. The time is 3:15, and at home I'd like you to say that after me, please, or at the same time. The time is 3:15. It is 15 minutes after 3 o'clock. The time is 3:15. Those are really important because lots of your work today is going to be writing the times using these kind of sentences. And that's what we're doing. We want to be able to read the time to 5-minute intervals using quarter past. Okay. For your journaling today, we would love you to have a go at this in focus task, and we would love you to record all 3 ways. Now I'm going to give you these sentence starters. We leave school at, we finish school something minutes after something, we end school at something something. So I want you to use those 3 different ways I had written down here. 3:15, 15 minutes after 3 o'clock, 3:15, to help you with your journaling today. Those of you who can explain how you know will be doing an even better job. So those people who can say, I know it is 3:15 because the hour hand is pointing after the 3 and the minute hand is pointing at the 3. And the minutes we count in 5s. 5, 10, 15. Okay. Moving on. What do these terms mean? AM, PM. What time of day do they refer to? Well, let's see. AM means our morning, and it means before 12 o'clock, before 12 noon. So, leaving school, these children are running out of school, we do in the PM, that is after 12 o'clock, after midday. This person is just waking up, so that would be in the AM, the morning. These people are just arriving at school, just going to school. So that would be in the AM. This person is just going to bed. That would be after midday. That would be in the evening, PM. Okay, those will be more important as we move on with our time learning. So see if you can say today to your mum or to your dad, is it AM or is it PM at the moment? Okay, your workbook pages today look a bit like this. We first of all need to do some matching. We've got times like 1:15 written up here, and we've got our clock faces over here, and you need to look at the hour, 1 in this one, 11, 9, 7, and remember we are thinking about quarter past. So your minute hand will have moved a quarter of the way around our clock. On page 2, we want you to write the time that matches the clock face. And we want you to fill in the blanks on our sentence starters. We're going to continue that bit on page 3, and then we've got a real challenge to draw the clock hands to show the time. When you're drawing your clock hands, it's important that you make sure one is short for the hour and one is longer for the minutes. It's also important that you use a ruler because nobody likes a wiggly clock hand. And it's really important to think about where they are pointing. It's very easy to think about where they are pointing if they point at a number. So if they point at the 3, if your minute hand is pointing at the 3 for quarter past, it's quite easy for you to join up your ruler. What's really difficult is to make sure your hour hand is also pointing in the correct place. So you might need a bit of support with that from mum or dad or someone else at home with you today. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that. So, final challenge before you get going on your own maths. I'm going to make a time now with my Dr. Seuss book because I have some lovely time telling equipment here at my house. I'm going to make a time and I want you to tell me what it is, and then you want to go and do your work. Let's see. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. Okay. What time is it? Hopefully you've seen it is a quarter past 8. 8:15. 15 minutes after 8 o'clock. Great. Have fun with your time telling, year 2, and I'll see you soon.